Carlos here from YuGiDojo. Don't forget to go take a look at the site, www.yugidojo.com. Put up some new information up there since the last time we spoke. What I'm going to show you now is a deck profile of my Gravekeeper's deck that I've been using. I've been using it for the past maybe about 2 to 3 weeks, give or take. I ran it inside the tournament for the past 2 weeks, these past 2 weekends, and it's topped me every single time. Just this last weekend, I topped and actually won. That's how you saw the pack openings from the Hidden Arsenal packs there. Let's see, what did I play against? If I remember, I had to play a Rock Stun deck, and then I had to play another Gravekeeper's deck, and then I had to play a Salvo Dad. After that I played a Beatdown deck, and then I had to play a Scrap deck. That was during the Swiss rounds. I only lost once to the Salvo Dad deck. I didn't even know that they were playing Salvo Dad until after, like during the second game. That first game they just beat me real quickly. I got a bad hand, and maybe I made some misplays too. But it was a great game. And then inside the finals, I had to play the Scrap player that I had to play the round before, and that's how I topped there. So it's not the traditional, I guess you would say, Gravekeeper's deck that you see like Fraser Smith had played and everything. You'll see the deck. How about this? I'll show you the deck and I'll explain the cards afterwards, so you can see. All right, so let's go check out the deck. Alright, so here goes the Gravekeeper's deck that I was telling you. Of course, the new card that came out, we all got to play it. If you're playing Gravekeepers, Gravekeeper Recruiters, there's 3 of them. Of course, Gravekeeper Spy. 3 spies there. Gravekeeper Commandant, we know it. To get the Necro Valley, I played 2 Assailants. I actually played 2 Descendants. And I played 2 Gravekeeper's Visionary and 2 Kaias. Now for the spell cards, 3 Book of Moons, 3 Gravekeeper Steel, 3 Magical Dimension, 2 Necro Valley, 1 Allure of Darkness, 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Giant Trinade, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Pot of Duality. Now for the traps, got 2 Bottomless, 2 Solemn Warnings, 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 1 Mirror Force. Now to go into the cards that I selected in here, you may be saying, okay, well, you know, like I said, it's not the traditional build of Gravekeepers. Of course, you're going to have the 3 of those, and we know how that works, that they work great with the Gravekeeper Spies. You can flip the Spy, go get Recruiter, or if you need to, you can flip the Spy, go get Descendant, you know, and start making some controlling plays there. That's where the control aspect of the deck is there. I still like having more control, so that's why I added the 2 Kaiases to the deck. You know, this actually has been helping me out in some games, because since I'm playing Gravekeepers, people don't expect Kaias to be inside there. Plus, it's a big 24 beater that doesn't need a Necro Valley out there. So I do have, you know, the beef out there if I need it without the Necro Valley, because I know Necro Valley is a very important card inside this deck. Plus, it gets removed from play. So, so I've actually been able to surprise people with this. When that happens, I actually play with 2 Gravekeepers Visionary. This creature here is a monster creature inside. I mean, I consider him my boss monster inside the whole entire deck. With a Necro Valley out, he becomes a 2500 attacker. That basically the only way you're going to be able to destroy this guy is you can't destroy this guy unless he's face down. Because what you do if when you have this guy out is you can destroy, if anything tries to destroy this monster, you can just discard a Gravekeepers from your hand to the graveyard, and he doesn't get destroyed. Now the benefit of that is that he also has a special ability of getting boosted up for as many Gravekeepers that are inside your graveyard. So if you needed to boost them up, just discard if they try to destroy your guy here. The only other way that I know of that they get to do this is if they remove him from play, so it's not destroyed. So if they were actually to Kai's him, then he gets removed from play. Or if they use Deep Prison on him, when you attack, that doesn't destroy. But if they target this with your scrap, with their scrap dragon, it can't be destroyed. One of the key plays that I've actually had done with this guy being out is that when they summon their creatures, and this is the only creature I have on my field, and they summon their creature, and I have a face down, which was Torrential Tribute, I actually with Torrential Tribute on their turn, discard a card from my hand, and the only monster that's surviving is mine, because I'm actually saving him from there. Now the beauty of this guy also is that you only need to tribute one monster, one Gravekeeper monster on the field. So when you tribute it, you can, if you tribute, let's say, the Searcher, you're going to go get the Searcher's effect. Plus, he just got up 200 points. 200 attack points. So this guy is a monster inside this deck. 2 Gravekeepers Assailant. I like that just because of the fluff tokens that are out there. You can change them into attack mode. Hit for some damage there. Great against scraps because when they have their... I forgot what tuner it was. The 0 tuner that can't die by battle. You switch them into attack mode. Boom. All of a sudden you can attack with that. Gravekeeper's Commandant. Basically he's in there. For 1, to go make sure you get a Necro Valley in your hand. And 2, he helps out with, guess what, boosting this guy up. And 3, when Necro Valley's out, he's a 21. He's a great guy. Also, if game 2, game 3, when they side deck, if they happen to side deck Consecrated Light, remember this guy here, he's not a dark monster, so you can attack Consecrated Light and get rid of it. I had to do that a couple of times too myself. Now I'm going to show you another card. As you can see here, I don't use Royal Tribute in the deck. I actually use the Magical Dimension. I think this card is amazing. Not saying that Royal Tribute is not amazing either, because it is. It can actually kill your opponent's hand like there's no tomorrow. But I like this one better than Royal Tribute for my build. Reason being, it says activate only while you control a spellcaster type monster. Guess what? Most of my creatures are all spellcasters except Caius. And then it says tribute 1 monster and special summon 1 spellcaster type monster from your hand. Then you can destroy 1 monster on the field. Now when you read that, it basically, if you think about it, it basically says, okay, I'll flip this. I have a spellcaster, I'll destroy a monster, and I'll bring out a monster from my hand, basically, and then I'm going to go destroy one of your monsters by doing that. But you need to get into a little bit more detail. I need to tell you a little bit more about this card. Activating this card. If when you activate the card, and they, let's say, Oppression or Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment the card, you don't need to tribute because it's not a cost of the card. So you can flip it over, say I activate it, and you have to wait to see if they're either going to Solemn, either one warning, because it does stop it does do the special summoning, or Royal Oppression. Now if they do that, you don't need to tribute, you just lose this card. This goes to the graveyard. But if they don't do it at that time, right when you tribute, and if they try to do it at that time, they're not allowed to do that. Now the other thing here, so you're going to get your monster out on the field. Now you need to tell them also that you are going to use the second effect of the card here, which says that you can destroy 1 monster on the field. The reason being is that 1, you're going to be able to destroy one of their monsters, but 2, it's a timing thing here. If that special summon that you do at that time, when you're bringing out the special summon creature, if you're not going to destroy 1 monster on the field, they can actually bottomless and do whatever they need to do to remove your creature from the field, trap hole, whatever it is that they can do to stop it. But if you are destroying one of their monsters on the field, or destroying a monster on the field, remember, it's not just their monster. It just says destroy one monster on the field. So if you need to, you can destroy your own monster if you really, really needed to make sure that your creature gets out. But you tell them that you're going to destroy a monster, they can't stop the special summoning just because it skips the timing. Now, the other beauty of this card is that it says here, then you can destroy one monster on the field. Stardust Dragon cannot stop this because Stardust doesn't know that you're going to destroy a card when you activate this. So therefore, Stardust can't do anything to this. So you can actually use this to destroy a Stardust that's on the field. Other than that, that's why I like this card better, because as you can see, my build is a little bit more beatdown heavy, getting bigger monsters on the field. The other cards that you see that I use, I actually use 3 of these guys instead of 2, due to the fact that I'm actually dishing out cards to protect this guy, and using stuff for Caius there, tributing a lot. And I like having cards in my hand because guess what? If this guy's on the field and I play one of these guys, I can protect them 2 more times. So the reason why I use 3 of these cards there. Of course, you know, 3 Book of Moons. I think we all know about why we use the Book of Moons there. Now you're probably asking, why 1 Pot of Duality? I only own 1 pot. It's not even mine. I had to borrow this from one of my teammates. But if I had other ones, it would be inside the deck too. Basically, other spells are the standard spells there. I actually like main decking Mystical Space Typhoon there. 2 Necro Valleys. The other ones is actually in the side. Torrential, you know, you can do many tricks with this guy, like I said, what I told you with the Torrential, but you can also do it with the Dark Hole too, that's inside here. You can Dark Hole on your turn if he's on the field and just discard, and he's the one that's going to survive. He'll survive Mirror Forces. He's just amazing. He actually even survives Bottomless Trap Hole. Remember, you summon him, they try to bottomless, you dish, he's staying on the field. Like I said, the only way to remove him is if they flip him over or remove from play. So that's basically the deck that I've been playing right now. I would tell you, give me some comments on what you think about the deck. I know that people say Royal Tribute, but I feel that that's another discussion to talk about. I feel that if you don't run 3 Pot of Dualities, I don't think you should be running Royal Tribute inside there. But that'll be another discussion to talk about, another video, and that'll probably be the next one that I'll talk about. All right? Speak to you guys later. Don't forget to thumbs up this, rate, subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.